Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
Down! 90, Wolf!
Right there, 56. I'm coming!
Now the first carry for Bush. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Here's Manziel. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets it inside the... .35 and just shy of the 30.
17 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On the set.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Watch the screen. Check. Check. Check.
Be driven.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Bush. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Manziel. Open man is Gordon, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
Went for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down, Mariota. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Three. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota, blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Third and long here for Mariota. Airing it out for Hamilton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now Manziel. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
You got it, son. 56 to Mike.
Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Get it.
2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Back near his goal line, Mariota. And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. So the Chiefs able to force the safety there. I think you probably give an assist to this Kansas City crowd at Arrowhead.
And don't they love it? They love being part of the game and having an influence on the game because they make it awfully difficult to function, especially when you're backed up deep in your own territory. I think there's a little more going on here than just crowd noise, though. But the home field advantage at Arrowhead, definitely that. A big-time advantage.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19 and an unlikely first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They're going to look to throw. And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I got you, boy.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
90 Wolf.
Here we go,
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. We'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
15 line. 15 line. 6. Get it.
2nd and 4. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Switch.
First throw now for the backup lock. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg. Now he's hit, and the ball comes out. Manziel lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So now the Broncos offense will come out here as they'll try to add on 2 more. Following the fumble recovery, it's locked. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Recon, 132 fighter.
A give. This is Bush. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Get off the field.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready to break.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Manziel. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, high 7.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Manziel. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
2nd and 14. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now it's Lindsey, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do?
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Another run by Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun on third down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Locke going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Ready, set, look, squeeze.
56. Cut.
Let go.
Now Manziel, flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got... And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? 30 base.
Hey, defense, let's go.
5.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's Hill, complete. A huge play there on the screen pass. 46 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Second and 11. Throw left side complete. That's Bush. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the kick by Butker is good. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. That time Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey!
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now. Check it out.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Check.
Go on, go on.
They'll run on first down. Bush. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. They'll go again with Bush. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Get the ball.
Nice.
On the delay, it's Bush. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys.
I'm listening to you. So for the Chiefs, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit